Recently in Japan, the Tokyo Game Show happened. Now, you might be aware of that name because we talked about them recently because of Ubisoft. They completely pulled out of that show. Yeah, we're not going to show anything. We're out. And they took off because they knew that they didn't want to rile up anybody anymore with that game, and then they ended up delaying it, and that's a whole nother story. But another thing that's been going on in the news is Dragon Quest. So they have this HD remake of number 3 coming out. It actually looks really good, and I would love to play it. I'm kind of conflicted because I don't like the censorship happening in the game. But we now have some more information, and guess whose fault it is? It's not their fault that this is happening. It's America's fault because of the ESRB ratings that the game was receiving when they used the artwork on the left. So it's actually us censoring them. And I have to ask, just like they ask here, who's even complaining about this? Pretty eye-opening interview with the creator of Dragon Quest and a former Shonen Jump editor. I believe he was there at the beginning of Shonen Jump in Japan. They're having an interview, and they start talking about this censorship with Dragon Quest, and it's pretty eye-opening, I gotta say. I wanted to wait and make sure that these subtitles are accurate, and I think they are. I'm seeing a lot of outlets covering it, like Push Squares covering it now. So I'm going to assume that these translations that are going around, and it originally came here. This is where I originally found it. So I'm going to assume that these translations that they did here are good. If they're not, I apologize, but I've seen a lot of outlets cover this now, so I'm assuming they're good, but I just want to put it out there that maybe they might not be 100%, but I'm going to assume it is because, like I said, I see a lot of people covering this now. So it's really important, and I want to go over this because a lot of us were blaming Bandai for this. And in a way, it is kind of their fault, right? They did the censorship, but they also want to sell this game in America. And that's where the finger is getting pointed. America. In our ridiculous bullshit with type 1, type 2 instead of male, female. That's all from us. Because it turns out, if you use male or female, the game can't be all ages anymore. I really would like to know who the hell at the ESRB makes that a big deal in their rating system. So listen to this. We're going to go over this. This is insane. But it's also, like I said, very, very telling because you know, a lot of us put this on Japan when it's really on us. And the sad thing here, and they even say this in the interview, this negatively influences Japan. So let's take a look at this. This is fantastic stuff. So the guy on the left, that's the Shonen Jump guy. He started, I don't think he started, yeah, I don't think he started it, but he was the editor-in-chief. And he was a former editor in charge of Dragon Ball. And then the guy on the right is the Dragon Quest creator. Both of them have ties to Akira Toriyama, by the way, in case you didn't know. Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, Dragon Quest. Akira Toriyama was heavily involved in that. Those are his designs that you saw at the beginning of this video. He designed all of the Dragon Quest stuff. So let's take a look at this. Oh, it's going to do... Okay, there we go. Just a second, there we go.
あとすごい話題になってたそのコスチュームとか当時とそのままなのかどうなのかみたいなのがありましたよね。また。
まあね、いろいろ規制もあってね、露出してきちゃいけないとかね。
そこまあちょっとあんまり深掘りする気はないんですけど。いいのにだってフィクションだけどその中に主人公というあなたが入って冒険するっていうことでいいじゃないと思うんですけど違うんですかね。
なんですかね。よくわかんないですけどね。これについてはね。
ゲームだし、まあフィクションという自分の中のバーチャル体験でのノンフィクションだから楽しくければいいのにっていう。 ふうに思っちゃいますけどね。
あんまり露出するとね、年齢が上がっちゃうっていうね。
That's a big one right there. If there's too much exposure, the age rating goes up. So here's what I'm going to assume probably happened. They submitted this game for review without those tweaks. So they originally submitted the game without the characters having these modern remakes with the Spanx underneath the loincloth and the little tube top she's wearing. They originally put it in as is. And then it probably got sent back as a teen game. And they were like, what the hell? So I'm sure they got notes and then they made changes and they sent it back and the game is E. The game is going to sell more if it's E versus teen. That's why they're doing this. And it's so sad that they have to make these little changes to get that rating because the game, as it was, should be an E for everybody game. It really should be. It's disgusting that our ratings and like the way if you want to sell stuff over here, you have to dumb it down with this woke shit. And yeah, type 1, type 2 instead of male and female is woke bullshit.
年齢でなくなってしまうっていうのがあ
まあ
ったりとか、
ルールがやっぱなんか各国違ったりするんでね、広く売ろうと思うと一番厳しいところに合わせざるを得ないとか。
でも
当時そんなこと思わなかったですけどね。
コンプラっていう名のね、やっぱりね、ある種のね、なんだろうな。
So this is the Shonen Jump editor, and this is very important because now think about all the manga censorship that's happened over here. Okay? Think of all that censorship that's happened. Dragon Ball's had a lot of censorship. I don't know if you're aware of that, but the manga, when it's been brought over here, I don't know if that's changed, but it was censored at first. And like some of the violence got taken out. They changed some stuff. I don't even know if we have a fully uncensored Dragon Ball Z manga that's sold in stores here. Maybe that's changed, but I looked into that a while ago, like before I was even a YouTuber, and found out about that and was very disappointed.
絶対
Because they don't tell you it's censored.
神と言うべき、善の名を借りた悪みたいなのがあ
I
る、ね。
love this line too. It's like an absolute god and evil disguised as good. That's what he's calling our shit over here.
全員が不快感を覚えないなんてことはないわけ。だって不快なことを覚える動向でもいいわけよ。だって綺麗汚いとかさ、善悪って人それぞれに感じ方があるわけじゃん。
はいはい、
で物事はやっぱり根っこにあるのはやっぱり絶対やっちゃいけないことだけいくつかあって、それさえやらなきゃあとはいいじゃないって、そういうのがないわけよ。
はいはい、
だからやっぱり英米の方から来てるその宗教的な概念から来るその正教徒の考え方ってアメリカにあるじゃない。彼らのコンプラの考え方って本当ね狭い。でだから向こうでコミックスだけに全部その年齢で
Now look at that. When selling manga in America, everything had to be categorized by age groups. So they don't do that over there.
切ってやらなきゃいけない。少年ジャンプの漫画だ。
I actually don't think that's that bad by putting an age group thing. And they're doing that with the Dragon Quest one. The problem I have is what you have to do for those changes.
だったら13アップ13歳以上じゃないと出せない。私は全部リテイク入れなきゃいけない。でそれを訴訟が起きるそのために保険も入らなきゃいけない。もうこんなねバカな国とねやるの本当めんどくさい。でそっから日本も悪影響を受けてやってるから。
And because of that, Japan is also getting negatively influenced. You know what this tells me? That their localizers and the people that they have over there that are from America that are influencing them, because they don't give it, they primarily care about the Japanese audience, as they should. But when they want to bring things over here, they're just going to these people that they have and letting them advise them. This is a guess, right? I'm just speculating here, but I have heard that a lot of the localizers they have over there that, you know, do this in-house to take it to other countries are all kind of woke, and they hold radical American values like the far left, And they just listen to him. Oh, okay, well, that must be how it is over there, because they don't come over here, and I doubt they do a lot of investigations. They're all busy people. They rely on the people they hire to do this shit, and it's ruining the stuff that comes over here from Japan, and it's very sad. It really is. I would like to experience the art as they intended, and we're not getting that anymore. Now we're getting type 1, type 2, and it's small things, but it's creeping up. A few years ago, that's not how it was.
主人公もね男女選べるんだけど、男女選ぶって書いていけないのね、タイプ1タイプ2なのねねえのこれ男女って誰が一体文句になると思うんだよ
Who's complaining about this? That's right. Who's even complaining about this? Because nobody really cares. It's just this fringe group that wants to push a lot of this gender shit. And it's sad. It's so dumb. And I really want to know, who is it at the ESRB, the game reviewers that review this stuff, that says, oh, it says male and female, you got to change it, or we're going to change the rating on your game. Who is this making that decision?
そうそうそうそう
わからないね
なんか
So that's it. Fantastic interview. Really eye-opening, because I never thought of it like that. You know, like the rating system, because I wouldn't think that it was that big of a deal. But if anything, this should take some heat off of them. I'm assuming he's still working on this game and not retired. And it's incredibly sad that our art has to go through this and can't just be enjoyed. And now their art is being influenced and changed, and a lot of people love this stuff because it's from Japan and it's different. That's personally something that I enjoy about games from Japan, is you kind of get to experience their culture a little bit and kind of see things from a different perspective. And now it's just being messed up with Western value bullshit. And I don't even want to call it Western values. It's really communist values is what it is. And it sucks that it's creeping into everything, other countries. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I was kind of blown away by this. It's very telling, and it's nice to finally hear somebody step up and talk about this. Yeah, so this is like the basis of the conversation right here. The one on the right is the more improved art, and the one on the left is what we should be getting. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.